Hello, I'm going to do a quick video on my tomato starts that I do. I get usually 2 or 3 varieties, so that way if one gets affected by something, you still come out ahead because the other half is not affected. That's how I look at it, or cross-pollinating or whatever. I don't get into the details of that. But I always get determinate tomatoes because determinate tomatoes only grow so big and you don't really have to prune them or anything. And these are the ones that I got this year, trying out some. And I put them in 20-gallon pots outside with drip systems and everything. And I'll be showing later videos of that. But these are the 3 brands that I got. And to water them, I usually use just a regular water bottle and I fill it up, but I poke holes in it. Because spray bottles and stuff, you get water all over and kind of just dusts them and doesn't drip and soak into the soil. So when I get these holes drilled in there like that, then it kind of squirts them, kind of like just like a water, but a mini water, because you're only doing like little mini plants for now. And I got this light at one of the feed stores in town. It wasn't cheap. I think it was like 60 or 80 bucks. But I figure, you can replace the light bulb when it burns out. But it's lasted 2 or 3 years for me. And it works. And, you can make your own, make me make it cheaper. But, I figure in the long run, the money you save on plants, because they're usually $3 a piece, and I try to grow about 15 or 16 of them. That's like the price of that light for the first year. And then after that, it's all money, money in your pocket. Because gardening ain't cheap. You can usually buy the stuff probably cheaper, but we all have our little niche and we like to do our hobbies and eat. It tastes better. It does. So I usually plant a couple seeds per cup. And I use these solo cups because I watched a YouTuber use them. And he said, start them about halfway through the cup or a third of the way up in the cup. Put a couple seeds, get them going. I'll probably take these and segregate them and pull them or do whatever I do. So that way I only have one per cup. But I'm about almost to the point now to pull them out and separate them. And I label them, had my son help me. So we put labels on the cups so we don't get them mixed up, and I kind of keep them in order. So that way when I get them out in the big pots outside, I know which variety is what, and I can kind of keep an eye on it and see which one I like, and you know what I mean. And it's working. And you fill, I usually fill them halfway, like he said. And then that way, when they start to come out of the cup, you got all these little fine hairs that are on that stem there, and that can make roots. So if you start them at the bottom of your cup, about halfway, when you go to fill it up with more dirt, you get that plant to come up even higher, and then you get more roots in the cup. So when you go to plant them in the pots outside, you get tons more roots for more water absorption and everything. It just seems to work a lot better, rather than just letting them grow from the top of the cup and having to, try to bury the stem, and you're already like ahead on your root systems, how I look at it. So that's my tomatoes that I started, and these are the ones that are going. And I start them usually mid-April, because June is about the time to put them outside, because, you don't want it frosting or anything. And pretty much tomatoes, no matter who gets them and what time of the year, around April or May, if we all plant them around that time, they all seem to put the fruit on at the same time. So, I'm getting ahead on your planting and growing a huge plant. It's usually not beneficial. It doesn't seem like it, at least, but it's kind of more mental, I think, than anything, planting them and getting them started way early and getting them bigger plant, because the heat's only going to come when it comes, So that's my thing on my tomatoes. And I do canning, and I love doing my gardening. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, maybe learn something. And, I do add a little bit of fertilizer in my watering, because there ain't much in that seed mix. And yeah, I keep them in my house. I used to start them in my garage, but it seemed like even though my garage is insulated, my plants grew kind of slower. And I think it's because it's warmer in the house, and they have those warming mats and stuff, but I've never dealt with those warming mats. I just figured if I bring them in the house and do a folding table, kind of put it by my back door there so it's out of the way. It's only for a month and a half, 2 months tops, and then you can just fold it up and put it away, and kind of take some space in your wherever they're at in your house. But it's kind of fun to watch them because then you don't forget to water them if you're in a hurry to go to work or whatever, because they're right there. You know, you see them and you're like, oh yeah, my plants, I gotta water them. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe.